अजय को को होस्ट बनाइए। प्रगति जी को को होस्ट बनाइए। रेवांगनी जी,
यस सर।
आप रेडी हैं?
यस सर।
आपने चेक किया है हमारे ऑनरेबल स्पीकर आ गए हैं डॉक्टर साहब?
यस सर, उन्होंने ज्वाइन कर लिया है।
डॉक्टर साहब नमस्कार, जय श्री राम। डीन साहब ज्वाइन कर लिया आपने? आदरणीय खरवड़ेश्वर, आप सुन पा रहे हैं मुझे?
यस सर।
हेलो। हाँ डॉक्टर साहब, जय श्री राम जी।
हाँ नमस्कार, जय श्री राम सर। आप मुझे सुन पा रहे हैं डॉक्टर साहब?
यस सर, आ रहे हैं सर, आपका आवाज आ रहा है।
सर इको हो रहा है, एक को म्यूट कर लीजिए। एक दो सिस्टम लग रहे हैं आपके पास में, एक को म्यूट कर लीजिए।
एक डिवाइस से लॉग आउट कर लीजिए, नहीं तो इको आता रहेगा पूरे सेशन में।
जी सर, एक बार प्लीज बोलिए अब आप।
हेलो।
हाँ सर, इको रोहित जी समझाइए जरा एक बार सर को।
सर अपना ना एक डिवाइस लॉग आउट कर दीजिए, आप कोई भी एक जिसे आपको स्क्रीन शेयर करना है उसमें लॉग इन रखिए, बाकी दूसरा आप लॉग आउट कर दीजिए। ये तो इको आता रहेगा सर उसमें, या तो उस सिस्टम का वॉल्यूम बिल्कुल कम कर दीजिए जो आपको यूज नहीं करना है।
जी डॉक्टर साहब, हो गया? डीन साहब सुन पा रहे हैं आप?
हेलो।
जी सर।
इको हो रहा है सर अभी भी।
यस सर।
ऐसे तो लेक्चर में भी दिक्कत आएगी ना, जैसे वो बोलेंगे वैसे दिक्कत आएगी उसमें। रोहित जी इसका सॉल्यूशन करिए। हाँ सर, तो देखने लगे, बढ़िया।
सॉल्यूशन सर, ये एक डिवाइस से लॉग आउट करना पड़ेगा।
ये कर लो, चला चलो, बंद करो।
सर क्या आपके रूम में दो लोगों ने लॉगिन किया है क्या एक डिवाइस से?
सर ने सर लॉग आउट कर दिया एक डिवाइस से, तो दो डिवाइस थे सर के।
अच्छा, अब कर दिया उन्होंने?
हाँ अभी एक ही डिवाइस है, उससे अनम्यूट करे तो पता लगे सर।
हाँ। डीन साहब जरा बोलेंगे प्लीज, डीन साहब। श्रुति आप सुन पा रही हैं? श्रुति, डीन साहब कोई भी सुन पा रहे हैं?
हेलो।
हाँ जी सर।
हाँ सर, ओके अभी।
हाँ अब
यस
बिल्कुल
सर।
सही हो गया सर,
यस
बहुत
सर।
बढ़िया,
नाउ
थैंक
गोइंग
यू
टू
सर,
शेयर
बहुत
द
बढ़िया।
पीपीटी सर, या।
अब सही हो गया, थैंक यू। डॉक्टर रेवांगनी
सर।
इंट्रोडक्शन स्टार्ट करिए।
ओके सर। Namaskar to one and all present here. I am Dr. Revangini Ranjha, Director HR and Academics, Agrimeet Foundation Bharat, and your anchor for today's session. On behalf of AgriMeet Foundation and our respected Chief Secretary and Course Director, Dr. Ankur Sharma sir, I extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to all the participants of Ankuran 2026. Today marks day 4 of this remarkable journey, and we are truly honored to host an eminent academician, visionary administrator, renowned scientist, and inspiring leader whose contribution have significantly strengthened agricultural education, research, and extension services in India. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce our distinguished speaker, Dr. S.B. Kharbade sir, who is presently serving as the Dean, Faculty of Agriculture and Director of Instruction at MPKV, Rahori, Maharashtra. Dr. Kharbade sir possesses an outstanding academic background, having earned MSc and PhD in Agriculture and PGDM in Environmental Science. With an illustrious professional career spanning over 3 decades, he has devoted more than 30 years to agricultural education, research, and extension, shaping the future of countless students, scientists, and agricultural professionals. His scholarly contributions are truly remarkable. He has authored and co-authored more than 152 scientific research papers, 155 technical and extension publications, several extension folders, books, and booklets, while also securing 9 patents. His dedication to mentoring young scientists is reflecting through his guidance of 24 MSc scholars and 16 PhD scholars, helping build the next generation of agriculture researchers and innovators. Sir's excellence has been recognized through numerous national and international honors, including the Best Entomologist Award, Best Academician Award, Global Scientist Award, Eminent Scientist Award, Bharat Shikshan Ratna Award, Lifetime Achievement Award in Entomology, and several other prestigious recognitions. These awards stand as a testimony to his exceptional contributions to agricultural sciences and education. His expertise has also been acknowledged at the highest level of policy and scientific governance. He has served as a member and expert in various national committees, including the Genetic Engineering Approval Committee, Institutional Biosafety Committee, Organic Farming Committee, and several state and national agricultural initiatives, focusing on climate resilience, organic farming, crop forecast, and sustainable agriculture. Beyond India, Dr. Kharbade sir has represented the nation through international academic and scientific engagements in countries such as Thailand, Nepal, and Sri Lanka, contributing to global knowledge exchange and agriculture cooperation. What makes Dr. Kharbade sir's journey truly inspiring is not only his academic excellence, but also his unwavering commitment to translating science into practical solutions for farmers, students, and society. His work in pest management, agricultural education reforms, climate smart agriculture, biopesticides, and technology driven farming continues to create a lasting impact on the agriculture sector. Now, without any further ado, I respectfully invite Dr. Kharbade sir to kindly address this gathering and share his valuable insight with us. Sir, the platform is all yours. Please.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello. I'm audible one?
Yes, sir.
जी डॉक्टर साहब, जी डॉक्टर साहब,
Yes, sir.
बहुत अच्छे से।
Good evening, Dr. Ankur Sharma ji. And
नमस्कार
also
सर,
to
नमस्कार।
all the participants. Today I am going to have the deliver the lecture on the climate change and El Nino, reshaping pest and disease dynamics in agricultural ecosystem. In this topic, we are going to cover the climate change and El Nino concepts, its impact, pest dynamics under climate change and El Nino conditions, disease dynamics under the climate change and El Nino conditions, and to mitigate these conditions, adaptation strategies we should have to follow. These are the topics we are going to cover during this lecture one. The climate change, as we know, during this year, the IMD has the forecast of the near about 10% deficit in rainfall. That's why we should have to go for the contingent planning of the different crops and should go for the resilient varieties, go for the natural farming or the organic farming to mitigate the El Nino impact. Yeah, the long-term gradual shift, rise or fall, or in the range of the weather conditions, that is the climate change. And here the climate change confirms with the temperature. Key factors of the climate change today, that is the temperature, rainfall, humidity, solar radiation. See here the long wave radiations, incoming, the short wave radiations, heat trapping, greenhouse gas effect. These are the contributing the climate change phenomenon. Yeah, the causes and effects of the climate change, as we know, the causes, that is the rapid industrialization, also energy use, different agricultural practices, deforestation, consumer practices, livestock is also playing important role in the climate change. Then transport, resource extraction, and the pollution, that is the greenhouse gas effect. And the effects is here the rising temperature due to this climate change, rising sea levels, extreme weather conditions, unpredictable weather patterns, as we know, or as we have experienced the unseasonal rainfall or the post-monsoon rainfalls at present now we are experiencing. Then the land degradation, loss of the wildlife, and loss of the biodiversity. These are the effects of the climate change in the environment. Previous one. Previous one. Yeah, next. These are the climate change and its impact. Yeah, the annual temperature anomaly is relatives relative to the pre-industrial period. They are about here, the average and the yes. CO2 concentration, here in the environment. That's also the sea level rise, the carbon dioxide concentration in the atmosphere, increase in temperature. These are the climate change impacts. The climate change and impacts here, the expected climate change impacts for in our country. Changes in the weather patterns as we experiencing here. 1 minute, sir. The cyclonic disturbances, sea level rise, changes in the agricultural yields, changes in freshwater supply, impacts on the forest and the natural ecosystem, impacts on the human health. These are the effects we are seeing here. See here the impacts of the climate change, that is flood or the drought during 2018. We have given, for example, here the impact of the climate change on agriculture, and an average increase of the near about 1 to 2 degrees Celsius temperature is going to have the significant negative impact on the yield of the major food crops in India. See here the weather, extreme weather events such as the floods, droughts, and cyclones have become more frequent and severe, disrupting the food production and distribution system, as a result affecting the livelihoods of the millions of the peoples, significantly threatening the country's food security and nutrition. Yes, here the effect of climate change on the food security and nutrition. On see here the effects on the food availability, effects on the crop production. We are seeing the effect of the climate change on the crop production, livestock production, aquaculture production. Then also on the food accessibility. See here the effect on the food accessibility, the effects on the price or the risk of the hunger and land use, also the pattern. On the food utilization, effect on the food safety and human health and food quality. Here the effect of the climate change on the food utilization. And here also the effect of this climate change on the food stability, effect of the extreme weather events. Here the effect of the climate change on the food security and nutrition in India at present. The evidence here, the rising in temperatures and changing the precipitation reduce the yield about near about 10 to 40% for the rice, 2 to 12% for wheat and maize, and then 10 to 12% for sorghum. There will be reduction in the yield due to this El Nino or the adverse effect of the climate change. Then the extreme weather events, that is the cut legume, it cuts the legume productivity. In case of the chickpea production, will be reduced near about 40 to 50% in certain regions. Also, the increase of thermohumidity index. In case of animals, we are following the thermohumidity index, which is have the adverse effect on the milk production, that will reduce the milk production in cattle and buffaloes by 50% due to this increased thermohumidity index. Higher temperatures have caused the biodiversity loss, as we know. The evidence gaps here, the evidence gap, that is the climate change effects on the productivity assessed for the new crops. Little work have already made on the millets and sorghum and their nutritional value, as we are celebrating this year their nutritional year. The long-term climate change on the soil fertility, nutrient availability, and agricultural resilience. The climate change effects on the indigenous food system, traditional knowledge, cultural heritage, and the food security. The climate change have the impacts on the urban food security and potential for the urban agriculture also. See here the understanding our El Nino in southern oscillation, and so the major drivers of the global climate availability here the occurs due to the warming of the sea surface temperatures (SST). Sea surface temperatures are increasing one across the central and the east central equatorial Pacific Ocean. It has the great impact on reducing the monsoon rainfall and increasing the temperature in Indian subcontinent due to this El Nino. See here the influences of this El Nino: atmospheric circulation, seasonal weather pattern changing one, regional climatic conditions also there. See here the weather changes during the El Nino. See here the major weather factors we are going to consider here. The high temperatures are there, excessive rainfalls in some regions also there, drought in other regions, increased heat waves. As we are doing this year, we have experienced the extreme heat waves also extreme, and the extreme weather events we have also seen. These are the understanding El Nino, the historical El Nino events and their severity based on the ocean El Nino Oni. See are the from 1951 to 52 to from 2004 or 2005 or 2067. See are the El Nino during this period of our during this year 2026-27. The current classification we have already given here the expected severity, the strong to very strong. That is the rainfall reduction. The 10% reduction in the rainfall will be there. The forecast model suggests this is the anomalies may exceed the 2026 in temporary increase in temperature and reduction in the rainfall. See here the monsoon wind circulation during the El Nino. El Nino weakens the southwest monsoon over India by altering the normal tropical circulation. The weaker monsoon will be there during this year. Also the below normal rainfall is also low river flows as the monsoon is a reduction in the rainfall. Therefore, the low river flows will be there, reservoirs levels, agricultural stress, and lower yield in the crops. We will going to observe the stress in the field crops, and therefore there was the adverse effect on the yield of the different food crops. Yeah, and the hotter and drier conditions in many region, hotter and drier conditions. See here the link between the El Nino and our Indian monsoon. This year the pressure shift will be there. High pressure develops over the Indian Ocean or Asia, suppressing the upward air movement essential for the cloud formation. See here the weakening the monsoon. Monsoon is weakening one. Strongly correlates with the weakening of the southwest monsoon from June to September. The rainfall deficit, see here the deficit rainfall. This IMD has already forecast about the 10% deficit in average rainfall. See here the result is below the average precipitation will be there, often plugging the country into severe dry spells or the droughts will be there. And the uneven distribution, delays in monsoon onset or the increases the frequency of the prolonged break periods or the dry spell in the during the monsoon we are going to observe here. Then the El Nino warming of the sea surface temperatures. We already discussed about the SSTs. The sea surface temperature increase in sea surface temperatures in the central and the eastern equatorial Pacific Ocean. This alters the global atmospheric circulation and impact the weather patterns, including the Indian monsoon. Here the normal condition, the rising air cloud formation. Then during the El Nino, reduced rising air, less cloud formation will be there. And see here the weaker southwest monsoon, below normal rainfall will be there. Impact on the weather resources will be there. Adverse impact. Sir, 1 minute, sir. Hello, हाँ sir, हाँ sir, जी sir, जी sir, हाँ, जी sir, हाँ, हाँ, मैडम, हो, हो sir, जी sir, हाँ, जी sir, प्लीज में हाँ, देतो सर मी माहिती त्याची. Yes, मी करतो. पाहून देतो सर. Yes, sir, करतो. हो सर. जी सर. Yes, sir. जी सर, करतो सर मी. होय. जी सर, जी सर, जी सर, जी सर. येस सर, येस सर, येस सर, येस. येस सर, करतो मी सर. येस सर. येस सर, येस, येस सर, प्लीज. येस सर, करतो सर. हो सर, हो सर. जी सर, जी सर. येस सर, येस सर. करतो सर, करतो. येस सर. जी सर, जी सर, करतो. येस सर, येस, येस सर. हो सर, करून घेतो. येस सर, येस सर, येस सर. मी येस सर, येस सर, येस सर, येस सर. जी सर, जी सर. हां हां. येस येस सर, मी टाकतो. हो सर, हो सर. येस सर, येस सर, येस सर, येस सर, करतो. येस सर, येस सर, येस सर, सबमिट करतो आपल्याला. हो सर. येस सर, येस सर, येस सर. लगेच येस सर, आजच करून पाठवतो सर. आम्ही पाहतो, सबमिट करतो. हो सर. येस सर, उद्या. येस सर. येस सर, येस सर, येस, येस करतो. येस सर, येस सर, करतो सर. येस सर, येस सर, येस सर, करतो सर. थँक्यू सर, थँक्यू सर. हो सर, हो सर. हां हां हां. हां 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 हां. Ammonia. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Super, super. हॅलो. मला पीपीटी कुठे माझ्याकडे?
Yes, sir.
येस सर, सॉरी मॅडम.
No problem, sir.
एक मिनिट. पीपीटी कुठे? Yes, madam. We are also sorry, madam, for disturbance, sir. There was a call from history. Yeah. See
No
here the
problem.
effect of El Nino on Indian subcontinent. That is the weaker southwestern monsoon, below normal rainfall, impact on weather resources, agricultural impact, and the higher temperatures and heat waves we have already experienced during this year. See here the climate change in Newton, greater risk. The climate change altered weather patterns. Therefore, crop pattern is also changing one. Crop stresses will be there. And during this year, there will be the increase in pest and disease pressure on the different crops or the field crops we are going to see here. The reduced agricultural productivity will be there due to this El Nino. See here the effect on pests. El Nino's effect, industrial change. What is the will be the effect on the pests? Higher temperatures, faster insect development, and more generations per year. When insect is going to complete its life cycle within 30 days, it will reduce by 10 days. Due to these higher temperatures, within 20 days it will complete its generation. Therefore, when insect as naturally, the insect is going to complete 12 generations per year. But in case of the El Nino condition, it will complete near about 18 generations per year. Therefore, more incidents or infestation of the pests and diseases will be on the different crops. See here, the drought stress in crops reduce the plant defenses, making crops more susceptible to the pests and diseases will be there. Due to this drought stress, alter the rainfall patterns, changes in breeding habitats, and disease vectors abundance will be there due to the climate change. Changes in wind circulation, the enhanced long distance migration of the insect pests will be observed during this year in the under the El Nino condition. The reduced natural enemies will be there also there. Lower biological control will be there, and leading to the pest outbreaks will be there due to the lower population of the natural enemies and increased population of the pests and diseases. See here the temperature, pest dynamics under climate change or El Nino condition. How does temperature increase affects the insect pest? See here the increased number of generations. As we have already discussed, when insect is going to complete this 12 generations per year, but under El Nino condition or climate change condition, it is going to complete near about 18 generations per year instead of 12 generations. That means there will be 6 generations increase in the there. Yeah, expansion of geographic range will be there. The expansion of the geographic range, the wide distribution of the pest and disease will be there. Outbreak of plant diseases transmitted by insect or the insect vectors of population will be increased in the El Nino conditions. You see here the increase of overwintering survival. Overwintering survival will be there in the insect. Therefore, insect gets survive under the adverse climatic condition. It will cause more damage to the field crops. They see here the desynchronization of the insects and their natural name is also there. When insect population is going to increase one, then the population of the natural name is going to decrease one. See here the desynchronization of the insects and their natural names will be there, and loss of synchrony with the host plants will be there. That is the more incidence, more infestation of the pest and diseases on the crop. It has adversely affecting the yield of the different crop. There will be reduction in the yield of the different crops will be there during the El Nino condition or the under climate change condition. See here the temperature, rising temperature and pest population dynamics here. The increase of insects are the cold-blooded animals. They are the poikilothermic insects. Are the poikilothermic organisms in nature. Therefore, their life history is strongly dependent on the temperature. 1 degree Celsius increase in temperature, shorter the life cycle of the pest. And there the high population will be there. That is the hormoligosis in insect or the entomology. We are saying that the hormoligosis means increase in temperature. Insect completes its life cycle within a short period, and number of generations per season per year will be increased one. See here the migration of the insects. If the temperature increases, pest species shift their geographical ranges towards the pole and higher elevation. Due to this shifting, pest burden on the temperate regions going to increase continuously on the different crops, and there will be the infestation or the increased infestation or the increase the damage due to this insect pests on different crops, going to reduce the yield of the different crops. Here the pest dynamics under the climate change. These are the major pests at national level. The national pest here the tobacco leaf eating caterpillar, Spodoptera litura. This is a major pest on the national pest one. Here the larvae and adult grow rapidly at temperatures between 15 to 35 degrees Celsius. Damage after eating the leaves, caterpillars start feeding on the young pods also, and consequently damage near about 40 to 50% damage in different crops due to this single pest. This is national pest one, Spodoptera litura. That is scientific name on Spodoptera litura. Then another major pest is gram pod borer, Helicorp parmigera. Due to the introduction of the GM crop, this pest population is below ETL at present now. But due to under climate change situations, under El Nino conditions, this pest is also going to cross the economic threshold level or the ETL. This year, the 20 to 30 degrees Celsius temperature is optimum for its growth and development of this larvae. The larval population is positively correlated with the temperature, whereas the relative humidity and rainfall inhibit the larval population in case of the Helicorp parmigera or in case of the Helicorp armigera. Next. See here the pest population under different climate change condition, increased temperature. See here the major pests. That is the sucking pest, aphid, jassy, thrips, and whitefly. These are the major sucking pest complex one. We have already discussed about the major boreworms, that is Spodoprolutera, Helicoverpa majora. Here, the major sucking pests are the aphid, jassids, thrips, and whitefly. See here the effect of the climate change or El Nino on the life cycle of the jassids. Here, the increased temperature or the precipitation humidity, attack of jassids will be increased one. Damage due to the different damage due to jassids on different crops, जैसे Amrasca bigutula, will be more during the increased temperature condition. The high temperature, longer water stress, outbreak of whitefly will be there. In case of the cotton seed, for example, cotton crop, when there will be higher temperature will be there, and the longer water stress is there, or dry spell is there, then there will be the outbreak of the whitefly, that is Bemisia tabasi. The outbreak will be there due to the longer water stress condition or the dry spell condition. In case of the hot and dry climate, increase number of generations of the thrips and mealybug. See here, the hormone-lygosis system will be there. That is the increase the hot and dry climate condition, which causes the number of generations increase. In case of the thrips, there is a major sucking pest one, and the mealybug is also the major sucking pest one. It is very difficult to manage this sucking pest below economic threshold level under the climate change situation or the El Nino condition. Farmers going to require more spraying, more application of the insecticides for the management of these sucking pests under the economic threshold level. Then the high humidity and continued drizzling will be there. Then an increase in aphid population will be there. See here the correlation with weather parameters in the population of the aphids. High humidity and drizzling conditions of the weather or the rainfall, that will increase the aphid population in the increase in the aphid population will be there. When decreased temperature, cloudy weather, and high humidity, boreworms and safflower aphids increase. It crosses the ETL when there will be decrease in temperature and cloudy weather condition favors the infestation of the bollworm, that is a major bollworm one, and the safflower aphids. And the cold climate, the groundnut aphids are going to increase one. It crosses the ETL. See here the pest dynamics under El Nino conditions, range expansion, biological control challenges we are going to observe here. The drought and crop vulnerability, water stress condition or the dry spell, but the plants become more susceptible to the attack of the insects and the disease incidence. The physiological changes in crops may benefit the herbivorous insects. It favors means multiplication of the pests or diseases will be faster in case of the dry condition or the water stress condition. The climate change impacts here the pest species expand to higher latitudes, higher elevation, longer growing seasons support the pest establishment. When the longer growing seasons is there in case of the different crops, then the pest population become established in that ecosystem. The milder winters and improve the overwintering survivals. When the winters are milder one, the overwintering population of our survival of the pest and diseases is increases one. The effect on the natural enemies here, the predators and parasitides, these are the major natural enemies playing major role in combating the pest population below the economic threshold level. But when enemies are there, when climate change situation will be there, then predators and parasitides may respond differently to climate change, disrupted the pest and natural enemy balance. Yeah, when there will be the increase, when there is under El Nino condition, where the increase in the temperature will be there, or climate change situation, pest population going to increase and natural population is going to decrease one. This here the balance. Then reduce the effectiveness of the biological control under the when we are going to apply the bioagents and biopesticides. When bioagents and biopesticides we are going to apply to combat the pest population below economic threshold level, in case of the sucking pest, aphid, jassy, thrips, whitefly, or the Helicoverpa, Spodoprolutera, when the temperature is higher, under higher temperature, the efficacy of these bioagents will going to reduce one, going to decrease one. See here the pest dynamics under climate change, the elevated CO2 and the pest population. When CO2 is higher one, the pest population is going to increase one. More CO2, more growth due to more assimilated CO2. In case of the pest, see here the insect pests or the diseases. When CO2 is increases in the environment, then the more population of the pests we are going to observe there. The agricultural pests here, the spread, new geographic range entity, then the change in synchrony with the plant, increase in overwintering survival, then increased risk in migratory pest invasion, change in interaction between different species, biological control become less effective due to the increased temperature or the under El Nino condition. The change interaction between the species entity is also there. Next. See the pest dynamics under climate change or El Nino conditions. Increased global temperatures here, the how it affects on the insect biology, insect pest biology. Increased global temperature, rising atmospheric CO2 level. Here the what the effects we are going to observe under the climate change situation or the El Nino condition. That is the increased global temperature, rising atmospheric CO2 levels are going to increase one. Altered precipitation patterns, that is changing in the rainfall patterns, and extreme weather events is going to increase the insect pests here the biology. Accelerated development, see here the when insect is going to complete 12 generations per year, normally it is going to complete near about 18 generations per year. Therefore it is very difficult to manage with the conventional insecticides or the application of the insecticides or the biopesticides. Here the accelerated development of the insect, increase the volcanism, then enhance overwintering survival will be there. Then the physiological stress responses in case of the plants. Then the insect pest ecology, here the insect pest ecology also. Here the geographic range expansion, then the altitude shifts will be there. Altered host plant interaction is the most important one in case of the different ecosystems, and disruption of the natural enemy synchrony and the global food and nutritional security. It has the effect on this global food security and the nutritional security will be there. Then the metabolic nutritional link. Here the temperature affects feeding on the altered plants. Temperature, it drives the insect development and range. The atmospheric CO2 is going to increase one, alters the plant nutritional chemistry. The nutritional value of the plant decreases one. When the CO2 level increases one, the nutritional value of the plant decreases one. Then the insect pest are going to increase one due to the less nutritional value of the plant. Insect pest become multiply fast on that plant. Then the development of the hydrological interactions, temperature dependent survival is most moist conditions. The nutritional hydrological influence, plant nutrition affected by the soil moisture is also there. And this last one, the precipitation of the rainfall influence the soil moisture, and the timing is also there. Here the impact of the climate change on survival and population buildup of the in case of the different pests or diseases. Here the heavy losses in crop yield, how it happens in summer or the winter season, delay in onset of diapause. In case of the life cycle or biology of the insect pest, the delay in onset of the diapause, lower winter mortality. The mortality of the insect pest get decreases one, and survival is increased one. See here, early termination of the diapause, then faster nutrient depletion and accelerated metabolic activities in case of the summer or winter. It is going to lead here the heavy losses in crop yield due to the increased population built-up of the insect pests. Next. See here the pest dynamics. We are going to shift in the geographic distribution, range expansion. Daily, these are the major pest: onion maggots, chrysoma, screwworm, then the diamond back moth. The major pest in case of the cabbage and cauliflower, that is the Plotella xylostella. We already discussed the Helicoverpa armigera, cotton bollworm, then fall armyworm. That is becoming the major pest and national pest one. That is the fall armyworm. It is the most polyphagous pest one. That is Podoptera frugiparda is the major pest one. Then the new pest arrived in India. That is the before 10 years before, that is Tuta obsoleta, tomato leaf minor, that is tomato pinworm. These are the major pests. These are introduced in due to this El Nino factor or the climate change situation. Next. See here the pest outbreaks. For example, we are given here due to the climate change under El Nino conditions, aphids multiplication under mild temperatures and no rainfall transmit viruses in cereals and legumes and vegetable crops. The aphid becomes the vector for many diseases. Therefore, crop damage will be more there. Then the crop infestation on the different crops is more. Then it going to reduce the yield of the major crops. Then white fly population here. White fly population surges under the warm, dry El Nino conditions. Key vector of the begomoviruses affecting vegetable crops. Here the white fly becoming the vector of different diseases. It will going to reduce the yield of the different vegetable crops. Then major thrips and leafhoppers here. Major sucking pests are the aphids, white flies, thrips and leafhoppers. Thrips and leafhoppers along with locusts. 3 years or 4 years before, we have experienced the heavy incidence of the locusts throughout our country in India. The ENSO anomalies, the trigger outbreak of the thrips, plant hoppers, leaf hoppers, and locust swarms across the vulnerable regions due to the El Nino condition. See here the disease dynamics under the different climate change or the El Nino condition. Alternation of the pathogen evolution will be there. Geographic range shifts will be there in case of the disease. Then changes in the susceptibility to the diseases in case of the different plants or the field crops. Then phenologic changes will occur in case of the plant. Then disease outbreaks will be there under the El Nino condition. So here the major diseases we are given here, the pathogen survival factors here: temperature, humidity, rainfall, leaf wetness, directly affecting the pathogen survival, infection rates, and the disease spread across the crops. Then El Nino fungal diseases here. The El Nino fungal diseases, El Nino induced with the excess rainfall, high humidity, favor the fungal and bacterial outbreaks, including the Phytophthora disease, fusarium and wilt, and the bacterial blights also. Drought and the opportunity disease here. Drought stress weakens the plant humidity and tissue integrity, creating the entry points for the opportunistic pathogens or fungi, causing the damage or infestation due to the fungal disease.
क्या हुआ रोहित?
सर
क्या हुआ
डिस्कनेक्ट
रेवांगनी?
होगा शायद। नेटवर्क इशू होगा सर
सर
शायद।
नेटवर्क
सर
इशू।
हैं तो वैसे मीटिंग में सर हैं तो।
शायद कॉल आ गया सर का, सर को।
हम्म, सर डिस्कनेक्ट हो गए आई थिंक। आ नहीं रहा इधर।
मैंने फोन किया है, फोन भी नहीं उठ रहा। उनकी पीएस को भी फोन किया है।
कोई नेटवर्क इशू आ गया सडनली कुछ तो।
देख रहा हूँ, 2 मिनट रुकिए बस आप।
जी सर।
मेरी बात हुई है ऑनरेबल वाइस चांसलर से, कोई डिस्कशन चल रहा है। 2 से 3 मिनट में सर ज्वाइन करेंगे। सभी पार्टिसिपेंट से रिक्वेस्ट है कि प्लीज लेफ्ट ना करें, 2 से 3 मिनट वेट करें। सर का एक डिस्कशन, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट एकेडमिक डिस्कशन ऑनरेबल वाइस चांसलर से चल रहा है। हम बहुत जल्दी 3 मिनट में सेशन स्टार्ट करेंगे।
आई थिंक सो सर ने ज्वाइन कर लिया है।
हेलो।
हाँ डॉक्टर साहब, आ रही है आवाज?
अरे सर, आवाज आ रही सर। हाँ प्लीज, आई एम गोइंग टू शेयर सर पीपीटी। Yes, yes, yes. PPT is visible one. Screen is visible one, sir.
No,
Hello.
sir. No, sir. No, sir. It's
No,
like
sir. No,
loading.
sir.
Please, sir. Sorry, sir. Electricity supply some problem. Yes, sir. Please. Stop sharing. मतलब share झाली नाही अजून. ओपन केली होतं. किती हे
Sir,
काय
can
केलं?
you please reshare the PPT? Like stop sharing, then reshare the screen.
एंटर काय? स्क्रीन काय? एंटर स्क्रीन चेक करता गेलो की हेलो
सर
सर।
आप सही है सर।
हेलो सर।
हाँ सर, आप विजिबल है सर, कंप्लीटली विजिबल सर।
विजिबल है ना?
हाँ यस सर, प्लीज स्टार्ट सर, प्लीज।
यस सर, यस सर, प्लीज। सॉरी सर। हाँ हाँ, प्रीवियस वन। Here, sir, sorry, sir, extremely. And this is dynamics under climate change scenario. This is the pathogen survival. चला मी घ्या. त्यांना काय कारण बोला, सांगा ना, करा ना, बसू ना. हाँ. Here the pathogen, there is the Phytophthora infestans, Puccinia triticus, Magno 3 arizi. काय? Visible one, sir. Hello.
यस डॉक्टर साहब, यस डॉक्टर साहब, यस प्लीज
Yes, sir.
कंटिन्यू
Yes,
सर।
sir. Visual, sir.
सर तुम्ही तोंड घेऊन बसलो. आता की काय झालं प्रॉब्लेम बघा. त्याला कळत काय बोलायला मूर्खपणा. Share the strategies to tackle the rising climate change or the El Nino conditions. Conservation agriculture is essential one. When we are going for the climate smart agriculture, when you should have to go for the integrated nutrient management, integrated pest management, integrated disease management. Then for the conservation agriculture, you should have to go for the crop rotation. You should have to go for the climate resilient varieties, the resistant varieties, precision agriculture, efficient water management, and there will be the crop improvement will be there. Climate smart agriculture components here, the crop smart should be there, smile smart, then the water smart and weather smart and energy smart. These are the components to combat the El Nino condition or the climate change scenario. See are the strategies to tackle the rising climate change condition or the El Nino condition. Pest management in changing climate change scenario, mitigate or the adoption of the strategies, modified IPM package of practices. Already we have developed the IPM package of practices for different crops which are well suited one, well adopted one by the farmers. But in case of the climate change scenario, we should have to go for the validation of the IPM models or validation of the IPM practices, lower treatment thresholds, then biodiversity conservation, improvement of the semiochemical formulations is essential one in case of the pest management. Then pest monitoring is most important one. The pest population dynamics, to study the pest population dynamics, global information system for the invasive species, and assessment of the pest risk is also there. Model development is the prediction of the insect infestation and the ecological niche models we're going to consider here for the pest management in the climate change scenario. The pest management tools here, real-time monitoring is essential one for the deep sucking pest or the borer pest continuous observation of the pest activity for the immediate response through the real-time monitoring of the pest is essential one. Then predictive modeling one, forewarning of the pest and disease is essential one. Mahatma Phule Kurshidevitra Rauri have developed the pest forewarning models for more than 25 crops, 25 pests also they are forecasting the forewarning the pest behavior using the climate and life history data of the pest. We have compiled near about 30 years data in case of the pest and diseases on different crops and developed the forewarning models to have the, we are using these forewarning models in our agro advisory to give the agro advisory to the farmers. And in the decision support system, the tools offering the localized, optimally timed pest control strategies are essential one for the pest management. Next. These are the strategies to tackle the rising climate change and El Nino condition. The information management system is essential one. Equipment management is essential one. Remote control is essential one. Then the GIS data upload is essential one. Application. These are the components of the different tackle the rising climate change situation. Next one. Then the Phule Smart. We have other MPK where we have developed the Phule Smart weather station. Next. Other IoT devices, the SW Start, the topology system, Phule Smart weather station is there, sir, to record the weather data in time or the real-time weather data. We are going to consider here for the advisory to the farming community, the mobile-based smart pest and disease management system, crop-wise pest and disease information we are going to give through the agro advisory, management recommendations based on the MPKV guidelines as per the scientific recommendations from the our university. Features of the pest and disease symptoms, images for the identification of the pest and diseases. Then the support English and both languages. We are giving the Marathi language is the local language in case of the Maharashtra, but we are giving the advisories in both languages, that the English and Marathi. Offline functionality for the field applications, assist the farmers, researchers, and extension workers through this app. They promote the IPM system or the integrated IDM system. Next. Share the challenges under the climate change scenario, increasing climate variability, emergence of the new pests or diseases in the new area, limited access to the climate information, low adoption of the climate smart technologies, resource constraints are there, smallholder farmers, vulnerability. Next. See are the future directions we need to combat the El Nino condition, the climate resilient crop varieties. We essentially required to develop the climate resilient crop varieties in different crops. Advancement of the precision agriculture is essentially required one. Strengthening climate smart information services through the agro advisory, the sustainable pest and disease management through the IPM, IDM, bioagents, biopesticides. We should have to go for the natural farming or the organic farming. Improved water and soil management is also there one. In the capacity building and the policy support and collaboration, capacity building in case of the farmers also, in case of the progressive farmers, or in case of the faculties or scientists or the extension workers, capacity building is essentially required one. Next. Finally, we are going to have the conclusion of my presentation. The climate change or the El Nino significantly altering the pest and disease dynamics worldwide. Therefore, changes in temperature, rainfall pattern, extreme weather condition influence the outbreak frequency, severity, and distribution of the pests and diseases. Pest pathogens are expanding one in new geographic regions, increasing the agriculture risk to the different crops. The climate smart agriculture, integrated pest management are essentially adoption strategies are essential one. Then forecasting the tools, digital surveillance, then the artificial intelligence, predictive analyticals improve the early warning or decision making through our agro advisory. Then the sustainable agriculture development requires integrating and monitoring the resilient production system is also essential one. Continued investment in research, innovation, extension services, and farmers' capacity building is the crucially required one. The building the climate resilient agro ecosystem is key to the ensuring the future food security and environmental sustainability. Next. Thank you, sir. Dr. Sharma ji, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing such a
Ji, thank you, ma'am.
And insightful presentation with all of us. Now we'll all have doubt clearing session. So dear participants, if anyone have any query or question, kindly feel free to ask them directly to Dr. Khirpate sir, or by unmuting yourself, or you can drop your doubt in the chat box to read.
Hello, any
Hello,
questions
sir.
from the audience participants?
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Sir, you were saying that we are providing advisories for the farmers. Where it is available, sir?
Rahul in Maharashtra, sir. We are covering over 10 districts. Yeah. Yeah. We are advisories
But
we are
where
giving to the farmers. Yeah.
it is available, sir?
Gramin Krushi Mosam Seva. At national level, we are having the Gramin Krushi Mosam Seva, GKMS. Through that GKMS or Gramin Krushi Mosam Seva, we are having at Pune and Rahuri. Both the sessions we are giving the agro advisory to the farming community on different crops, also on the agro advisories on crop production and crop protection also.
And it is a weekly basis or monthly basis, sir? How it is?
Weekly, in week, on every Thursday and Friday, every Tuesday and Friday, we are giving the advisories to the farming community.
Okay,
As
sir.
per
Thank you.
the weather forecast received from the IMD, India Meteorology Department, we are preparing the agro advisories and distributing to the farming community.
And if it is possible, sir, just share the link also that portal
Definitely,
so
sir.
that I can
We will
access.
share the
Yeah,
app. We
please.
are having the advisory app. I will share it on WhatsApp also. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So we have a question in a chat box by Priya Rena, and she is saying that good evening, sir. How should integrated pest management strategies should be modified under climate change scenarios?
Under climate change scenario, we should have to utilize artificial intelligence for identification, correct diagnosis of the pest and diseases. Then we should have to go for the application of the insecticides or the fungicides for the management or keeping the pest population below economic threshold level. We are also using drone technology also for the management of pest and diseases through the application of the insecticides or the fungicides.
Thank you, sir. There is another question by Priyanka. She is saying that how the natural farming helps to tackle these problems.
When we are going for the natural farming, for sustainable agriculture, natural farming is essentially required one. Yeah, without disturbance in the natural resources, we should have the whatever the resources are with us, with Jivamrut, Bijamrut. We should have to go for the Jivamrut, Bijamrut, and application of the biopesticides, bioagents.
Okay, sir. There is another question that up to which time El Nino effect will be there, sir, that will affect Telangana state or India?
Telangana state or India, we could not predict, ma'am, here. The long-term forecast we could get from the IMD. On that basis, we are going to give the short-term or the long-term predictions. Yeah.
Okay, sir. So there is another question by Avinash, and he is saying that good evening, sir. How the climate change impacts beneficial insects?
Yeah. When there is when there is increase in temperature, that should definitely lowers the natural enemy population. In case of chrysopa is the major bioagent one. The population of the chrysopa or the ladybird beetle is going to decrease one due to the higher temperatures under El Nino condition. And also effect of the biopesticides. In case of the biopesticides, when we are going to use the metrrhizum anisopli or the Beauveria bassina, these are the biopesticides. They are ineffective one under the higher temperatures.
Yes, sir. So there is another question by Nikhil, and he wants to know when monsoon is going to start.
There is prediction from the last week of our June.
Okay, sir.
IMD forecast.
Okay, sir.
Thanks, ma'am.
Sir, there is another question, and he's saying that I'm from agriculture college, and here in our region there is scarcity of water. For seed production, which crop pattern we should cultivate in our area?
Short duration crops we should have to go for.
Okay, sir. I think so. We have only this much doubts in the chat box. So shall we conclude the session? So as we conclude today's session, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed speaker, Dr. S.P. Kharbate sir, for delivering such an excellent and enlightening lecture. So the concepts were explained with great clarity, depth, and practical relevance, making the session highly informative and engaging for all the participants. On the behalf of AgriMeet Foundation, the organizing committee, and all the participants of Ankuran 2026, I sincerely thank you, sir, for sharing your precious time and knowledge with all of us. And dear participants, thank you for your patience and for being with us till the very end of the session. Your active presence, enthusiasm, and keen participation throughout the lecture are truly appreciated. It was your engagement and interest that made this session interactive, meaningful, and successful. We sincerely thank each one of you for your valuable time and look forward to continue your participation in the upcoming sessions. Thank you, everyone. Stay connected and see you in the next
Thanks,
session.
organizer
Thank
and
you.
participants.
थैंक यू डॉक्टर साहब, थैंक यू समय देने
Thank
के
you,
लिए
sir.
बहुत बहुत।
Thank you. Sorry for the bit and disturbance, sir. Yeah.
कोई बात
Please.
नहीं सर, टेक्निकल ग्लिच ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म पे
Yes.
हो जाती है कभी कभी।
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
सभी पार्टिसिपेंट्स को मैं बताना चाहूंगा कि कल डॉक्टर अनिल दीक्षित, ज्वाइंट डायरेक्टर NIVSM रायपुर का लेक्चर है, तो वो लेक्चर 6 बजे से ना होके 5 बजे से होगा। कुछ एकेडमिक एंगेजमेंट डीजी साहब के साथ है उनकी, तो कल का लेक्चर 5 बजे से 6 बजे तक होगा। थैंक यू सो मच, सभी पार्टिसिपेंट्स लेफ्ट कर सकते हैं।
Thank you.